live YouTube. So hang on while we're doing that. Okay, we are back on YouTube and Facebook. We're live on the internet, and it is 6:50 p.m. Hope you all enjoyed your dinner, your Shabbat meal. I thought it was excellent. The best part of it, of course, was I got to enjoy it with my grandson and my daughter. So that was molto bene. I see you with your family too, Rabbi. And
yes,
it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So with that, I know you know the Birchat Hamazon. At least yes. I believe you do. So would you lead us tonight in the Birchat Hamazon? And remember, everybody, we have already lit the Shabbat candles for our service and for our dinner, and so therefore we will be including the Shabbat Shir Hamalot. Rabbi.
Shir Hamalot b'shuv Adonai et Shivat Zion ayinu kechomim ma'ashem maleh skotinu. Shonenu Rina Az Yomru Vagoyim Higdil Adonai La Sotimele Higdil Adonai La Sotimanu Hayinu Smechim Shuva Adonai Et Shavitenu Ta'afikim Banek Azorim Bedima Berina Itzoru Halof Yeleku Vavo No Semet Azara Boya Vomerina No Se Alumota Hilat Adonai Tabepi Heti Bareka Basa Shem Kacholi Lamba Vana Barak Yamei Atami Adolam Hallelujah Hodu Ladonai Kito Kili Yolam Chasto Mi Yemale Geburot Adonai Yashmi Yakol Tehilato Rabotai Chaverai Nevarech
Yishem Eranai Mevarach Me'atavi Adolam
Yehi Shem Eranai Mevarach Me'atavi Adolam B'shut Chaverai Nevarech Eloheinu Shechalom Yishalom
Baruch Eloheinu Shechalom Yishalom Tuvo Chayinu
Baruch Eloheinu Shechalom Yishalom Tuvo Chayinu Baruch Baruch Shemo Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam Hazan et ha'olam kulo v'tuvo b'chem b'chesed
Rachamim
Hu noten lechem lechol basar ki le'olam chasto u'tuvo hagadol Tamid lo chasal lanu ve'olam shalanu Ma'azon le'olam ba'et ba'avor shemo hagadol Ki hu elzman u'parnes ha'kol U'metiv la'kol u'mechin ma'azon le'chol briotav Asher hara baruch atah Adonai Hazon et ha'kol Nodel l'chad Adonai Eloheinu shanka lavotenu v'imotenu eres kamdato erchava v'yoshet zetanu Adonai Eloheinu meretz Mitzrayim u'v'ditan mibeit avadim v'al britcha shekatamta b'bsarenu v'al toratcha shelamadetanu v'al chukek shodatanu v'al chaim cheim b'chesed shchonantanu v'al chila mazon shetazan parnesotanu tamid b'chol yom u'v'chol eit V'chol sha'am Yala kol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach u'barachim otach Yitbarach shemcha b'fi kol chai tamid li'olam va'ed Kakatu v'yachata v'savata u'berakta et Adonai Elohecha al ha'aretz hatova asher natan la Baruch atah Adonai al ha'aretz v'al hamazon Rachem Adonai Eloheinu al Yisrael amecha v'al Yerushalayim yirecha v'al tzinon b'shchem kvodecha v'al malchut beit David mishichecha v'al habayit hakadosh hakadosh nekra shemcha alav Eloheinu, Avinu, Re'enu, Zunenu, Parnaseinu, Palkalenu, Bahar Bechenu, Bahar Bachlanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Mehem Kol Sarotenu, V'na Altatzlichenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Lolidei Matna Basar Badam, Lolidei Halvatam, Kiyem Liyadram, Duyakaptucha, Hagdosha V'harchava, Shalom Nevos, Baloni Kalem, Leolam Va'ed. Ritzei v'hachalitzenu Adonai Eloheinu b'mitzvotecha. V'mitzvat Yom HaShvi Shabbat HaGadol v'Kadosh Hazeh. Ki Yom Zeh Gadol v'Kadosh Hu lefanav l'mishpot bo v'lanoch bo. V'avat k'mitzvat b'tzonecha u'b'tzoncha haniach lanu. Adonai Eloheinu shelo tehei tzara v'yagon v'yanacham b'yom menuchatenu. V'areinu Eloheinu b'nachamat Tzion yirecha. U'b'inyan Yerushalayim yirkachecha. Ki atahu ba'al ha'yeshuot u'ba'al ha'nechamot. B'nei Yerushalayim Mirakodes b'nei Rav Yameinu Baruch atah Adonai Boneh b'rachamav Yerushalayim Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Ha'el Avinu Malkeinu Adirenu Bor'enu Go'aleinu Yotzreinu Kedoshenu Kedosh Yaakov Ro'enu Ro'ei Yisrael Hamelech hatov yemetiv lako shevko yom vayom hu heitiv hu meitiv hu yetiv lanu hu gmalanu hu gomleinu hu yigmalenu la'ad lechenu lechesed urachamim u'lereva katzalav yatzlacha bracha b'yishua nekama parnasa v'chalkala v'rachamim b'chaim v'shalom b'chotov u'mikotuv li'olam hayichasreinu. Harachaman, hu yamloch alenu li'olam va'ed.
Amen.
Harachaman, hu yitbarach b'shamayim u'ba'aretz.
Amen.
Harachaman, hu yishabach l'dodorim. Yitpar banu la'ad u'netzach netzachim. V'yirada banu la'ad u'lolmei olamim.
And now, amen.
Amen. Harachaman, hu yifaseh b'chavod.
Amen.
Harachaman, hu yishbor leinim el tzavareinu, v'holichenu kamas li'artzeinu.
Amen, amen, amen.
Harachaman, hu yishlach bracha, meruba bayit hazeh, v'al shulchan zeh, shechalnu alav.
Amen.
Harachaman, hu yishlach lanu, et Eliyahu hanavi. Harachaman, hu yishlach lanu, et Eliyahu hanavi zakol atov.
Amen.
Harachaman, hu yavreket kol hamezubin kan,
Amen.
otanu v'kol ha'tzilanu, kamosh nekbarku avotenu Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, mikol kol, b'motenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, heitiv tovot tov latov, kein yivarech otanu kulanu yachad, b'bracha shelema, nomar amen.
Amen.
B'marom yilamdu, v'aleinu zechut. Today, this marriage shalom ben nitzav bracha v'yesh Adonai u'stakam Elohei yeshov v'nimtzachei b'secha v'einei Elohim yadam. Harachaman hu yavarek et kol achenu b'nei Yisrael hanatunim b'tzara v'yotziei mi'afil le'ora.
Amen, 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 amen.
Harachaman hu yavarek et medinat Yisrael reshit smichat gulatenu.
Amen, amen.
Harachaman hu yutein achavav bein b'nei Sarah uvein b'nei Hagar.
Amen.
Harachaman hu yankaleni yom shekolo Shabbat u'menucha lechei olamim.
Amen. Who is Achidu?
Harachaman hu zekenu lemot hamashiach u'lechaye haolam haba.
Amen.
Migdol Shuvot Malko Yosef Chesed Nimshiko VeDavid Uzaro Adonai Oseh Shalom Hallelujah Ve'alko Yisrael Ve'imberu Amen Yerut Adonai Kidoshav V'yein Machzor Ve're'am V'rashul V'ra'edu V'doshav Adonai Lo Shukotov V'hot Adonai Baruch Ebeshi Taparana, Dayadonai Mirtabo, Hey, Naraiti, Kam, Sakanti, Velo, Raiti, Sarnezab, Zaramake, Sakan, Adonai, Adonai, Yebarek, Etamo, Bashalom. Hey,
Hey, hey, hey. Am I still on? Yeah, I am. Good. All right. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. What a beautiful Birkat Hamazon. What a beautiful dinner. Hope everybody that joined us for the dinner enjoyed it very much. It is time for service time. We're going to turn things over to Alyssa Pesaroff-Kishel, who will now lead us in our student-led service tonight. We'll be doing some things, Rabbi and I, as well. But I also want to let us all know as well, we have something tonight that we haven't done in a long, long time. Tonight, we will, later on in our service, be graduating our first Hebrew High student from our religious school this year. And so we have quite a night to get through tonight. So Geveret Alyssa, take it away.
Toda rabah. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our end of the year religious school service. It has been quite a year for all of us, a lot of adapting to new technology and everything, but I think we did a really good job this year. And tonight's service, we're actually going to be taking advantage of that technology. It's going to be a little different than a usual Friday night service. We have some parts that we have actually pre-recorded with the students while we were at Hebrew school, because as we know, when we sing together as a group on Zoom, it does not sound so nice. So we have some parts that we have pre-recorded that our students worked on very hard, and we hope you enjoy that. So please bear with us and myself with the back and forth of videos and the technology, but I think you guys will enjoy tonight. I hope all my students are ready and there. I'm looking and I see, I took my attendance. I think everybody who's here, who's going to be here, is here. Very nice. Shabbat Shalom to my students. Shabbat Shalom to the congregation. Let's get this party going. All right. Again, please bear with the technological stuff.
You do have share, right? You have
Yes.
share. Okay.
Yes, I do. I just got to get everything
Make sure the
in
sound's
order.
on, right? Exactly. Right.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's good times.
I know I've been dealing with this for a year and how many months now?
Yep.
That's a
All
piece
right.
of cake.
Here we go. Introducing our Gan Aleph class with Bim Bam. Play. Why aren't you playing?
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
And that is how we are starting our service off tonight. Look at that out. Everybody who's here. Everybody's giving everybody a round of applause. Nice job, Gan Aleph, kindergarten, first grade. All right.
We're going to ask Rabbi Bernie now to do his nigun, and then I'll do the good news tonight, which is something we
Okay,
have to do. We can't start a Friday night service unless it's ending Yom Tov, right? We just can't do that without a nigun from Rabbi Bernie, and then I'll do the good news for you
And
tonight.
after our good news, just so we could be ready, Bryn and Michaela, your reading will be next, so be ready.
And make sure you have it, because I don't. So go ahead.
What do you mean you don't?
Oh, am I ready? Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada 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 da 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 da. We already did Bim Bum.
Yeah, we did. Ganala.
Yeah, we already did the bim bum.
That
So
was
it's-
adorable.
So it's time for good news.
Yes, it
So
is.
for those of you that have good news, go ahead and shout it out. I just want you to let you know, I did get a message from Kansas, all the way from Kansas on our Facebook and YouTube page tonight. And Mr. Andrew Summers is graduating this Sunday from school. Let's wish him well with his graduation. He's been doing some great work, and we're very proud of Andrew for graduating and doing all the great things that he's been doing. And thanks for tuning into our service every single Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom to you. Who's got some good news for us? Open the mic, share.
I'll start if nobody else wants to.
Thank you,
Rabbi.
Richard.
Okay, as most people know, but if they don't, my wife Debbie this past Monday got her left knee replaced, and she's hobbling around but doing very well. And physical therapists were in today, and they're very pleased with how she's doing so far. So we're wishing her a refuah shalema.
Refuah Shleimah, and it was great to see her on the other night, looking good, and let her continue to heal. Thank you for sharing that, Richard.
I have good news.
What do you got?
Today at school we were celebrating Shavuot with an ice cream truck. The ice cream truck came.
Wow, at school?
Yep.
You are lucky to go. What school do you go to?
Epstein Hillo.
I thought so. Yeah, that's pretty cool that you get the ice cream truck. That was for Shavuot, right? For the dairy. So cool. Excellent. Well, who else has some good news for us?
Wendy does.
Wendy does. Go ahead, Wendy.
I know today that I am going to be a great aunt and my parents are going to be great grandparents.
Oh, Mazel Tov.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fabulous news. Nothing better.
Well, if I was a grandchild, for us it would be better, but we'll have to just keep on.
You'll just
hoping
suck it up, right?
one
It's
day.
exactly right.
Hi, Rabbi.
Ethel.
Two of our old children that graduated Hebrew school, Temple Ner Tamid. Hannah Kemp just graduated college this morning, UMass Amherst, and her brother Ben is turning 19 tomorrow. So you kids keep up all the good work, and eventually all these good things will happen to you too.
Mazel,
As a
mazel.
grandparent, it's the best thing that can happen.
We're all cavelling for you. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Mazel tov to the family.
I have good news.
Yes.
I'm moving.
Where are you going? Well, don't tell us. But we're not too far, right, Eva?
No, not far.
Okay, good. As long as you're sticking around close, because I know Mrs. Sugarman will miss you a lot. A lot. We would all miss you very much. So I'm glad you're
I'm not
sticking around.
leaving. It's just like I'm moving. There's like
You're just
not-
moving. Well, good luck in the move, and I hope it's a good place. Very good. Who else has some good news for us tonight?
Rabbi Jeff
And I would like to, or happy to announce that Brianna is a completely straight A student in the middle school.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Great.
Brianna.
And
Great. All right.
And I will be 29 again. Imagine that.
Well, I didn't give out any grades in my class, but she got an A in mine as well. So there you go. So good. Congratulations. That's great news. Who
Rabbi,
else
I
would-
have some exciting news.
Yes.
I'm about to make everybody feel really old. I too am becoming a great aunt. My sister Sharon's son Benjamin is pregnant. His wife is pregnant. So the Brombergs are about to become great grandparents, and I'm going to be a great aunt, even though I'm only 27.
That's okay. Mazel tov. That's beautiful. You know, it just gives you so many beautiful things to look forward to and enjoy. Enjoy. There's nothing better than babies. We love babies.
Good news.
Mazel tov to you guys. Who else has good news to share?
I have some good news.
What do you got, buddy? Camden.
Well, I'm in football. I'm playing an undefeated team against an undefeated team. It's gonna be my team against my old coach's team, and his kid is pretty good in football, and he's on his team, and I think it's gonna be a pretty good matchup.
I think it is, but who do you think's going to win, Cam?
Well, I think our team's gonna win
Of
because
course.
we're both an undefeated team, and we did a big shutout from our last game. It was 50-0 against the Volcano. Now we're versing the Asteroids on Saturday.
Well, that's amazing. What position do you play, Camden?
Well, I think they're training me as a wide receiver.
A wide receiver. Okay, good. Well, we need another Jewish wide receiver on the Patriots. So, all right, let's go. You can do that. Another couple of years, you'll be with the Patriots. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. I love your tie, by the way. I think I should get a tie like yours.
It's actually not a real tie.
I know. Kids, they say the darndest things. I didn't make that up. The Spitzers have their mic open. What do we got?
Our baby grandson is 18 today.
Mazel tov, baby. Yeah, baby.
He's the youngest one. Yep. And he's graduating high school, and he's going down to Fitchburg State to study computer animation drawing.
Fabulous news. Really fabulous news. Mazel tov to you. Anyone else with some good news? Bavakasha. All right. So before we continue, before I turn things back over to Miss Alyssa, I want us to pause for a moment. Later on, we're going to pray for the peace in Israel. We're going to pray for that later on in our service. But I want us to pause for just a minute because it wouldn't be appropriate for us not to stop for just a minute before we begin the service. We've spoken of good news, but this has been a hard week. And we are praying for peace in Eretz Yisrael. So let's just stop for just a moment of silence, just a moment of pause to reflect on the people that are fighting for us, fighting for freedom, that are living through horror and a difficult time right now in Eretz Yisrael, as we just pause for a moment of peace. Later on during the service, we will, of course, do the prayer for the state of Israel. Geveret Alyssa, take it away.
All right. So we begin our service on page 13.
I can help you with that.
I kind of assumed you would.
I can help you with that.
I mean, I do have it if you would like me to do that too.
No, I can help you with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
We start on page 13 with an English reading by Bryn Leibowitz and Michaela Feinberg.
Which one are they reading?
So We Wish You Peace.
The one up top. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
All right. Michaela, you're up.
Thank you. Come to us in peace. Bless to us with peace. Take our live in peace. Angels of peace, angels of most sublime. the highest, sovereign, the holy, so exalted one.
Nice job, sweetheart. I actually did that backwards. Brent, can you do the first paragraph for us? That was my fault.
We wish you peace, attending angels, angels of the most sublime, the highest sovereign, the holy exalted one.
Thank you, girls. Nice job. We continue on the right side of page 13 with Shalom Alechem, led by Kayla and Leah Bruner.
Go ahead.
Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Yon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Yon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Yon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Yon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Cassie, I think it's time we teach these girls some Shalom Rav. What do you think?
All right, coming up next.
We continue on page 114 with Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh of Harachaman, Meshoch Avdach El Ritzonach, Yarut Avdach Kemo Ayal, Yishtachave El Muhadarach, Yeravlo Yedidutach, Mino Fetzuf V'chol Ta'am, Yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. We continue on the bottom of page 14 with a Sabbath prayer led by Josiah and Jocelyn Hara.
Whoops, wait a minute. There it is.
Go, Josiah.
Dear God, help us now to make this a new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves.
We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the world you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoir of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat.
Thank you very much. We conclude on the bottom of page 15. Oh, 40 Shana Kupitor, Vermam to him. Oh no, we're not there yet. I'm sorry. My fault.
Top of 15. Top of 15.
Top of 15. And that's right. I have another video to share. Oh.
You do. You got the
Yes.
wrong page mark, but it's all right. It's the right one.
Yep, I do. That's okay.
It's okay. It's the same
No
prayer,
one's-
whether it's
no
on
one's-
that page or this prayer. It doesn't matter. It's the same prayer. So you
It is
need
the
me to
same
stop sharing so you can share. So go ahead. Take it.
Yes, thank you. That helps. All right. Make sure I got the right one up. Yes, I do. Oh, back and forth. Don't laugh. All right, here is our 4th and 5th graders doing Lechuna Ranana.
Lehune ranina, lehune ranina, lehune ranna ladonai. Lehune ranina, lehune ranina, lehune ranna ladonai. Naria, letzori shenu, nikama kana vitoda. Naria, letzori shenu, vizmiro naria lo. Lehune ranina, lehune ranina, lehune ranna ladonai. Lehune ranina, lehune ranina, lehune ranna ladonai.
Now, Arbaim Shana Akupidor, Barmaram to Elivavhim, Behim lo yadu derachai, Asher nishbati biapi, Imivaun al menuchati. We turn to page 16 with a responsive reading led by Eva Barish. Donna, would you like to do it with Eva or would you like me to do it?
My mom is not here right now.
And I will do it with you. Do your part. Go ahead, Eva. You're up.
Okay. Sing a new song to Adonai, acclaim Adonai to all people on earth.
Sing to Adonai, proclaim each day God's awesome might. Announce to the world God's glory and wonders.
For Adonai is a great deserving prize. Adonai is alone to be reserved as God.
All the gods of the nations are nothingness, but Adonai created the heavens.
Majesty of radio company God, splendor, a strength, adorn God's center.
Good. Acknowledge Adonai, all families of nations. Acclaim God's majestic power. Acknowledge God's glory and bring him tribute.
Worship Adonai to respect his servants. But let the earth tremble in God's presence.
Declare to the world Adonai is sovereign. God has studied the world, which stands firm and judges all nations with fairness.
Let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad, let the sea and all the contents equal.
Let field and forest sing for joy. Adonai comes to rule the earth, to rule the world justly, the nations with faithfulness. Thank you, Eva. All right, on the bottom of page 16. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishbot haaretz, yishbot tevel b'tzedek, miyamim be'emunato. Page 20, Mizmor LeDavid. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu Adonai kavod. Ba'oz havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim, kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vayishaber Adonai et arzei halbanon. Vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon v'Sirion kemo vein re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzev lahavot ish. Kol Adonai yachil midbar. Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh. Kol Adonai yachol el ayalot. Vayechesov ye'arot. Uvhechalo kulo Omer kavod. Adonai lama bul yashav. Vayeshev Adonai melech le'olam. Adonai oz li'amo yitin. Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. All right. We continue with Lecha Dodi. This will be a recording, Rabbi, so I'm going to need to share again.
Take it.
Taking.
You should be able to take it from me. Or you
Well,
can't.
it starts without me. All right. So another reason we did some recordings for our service is because a lot of our students were not able, not a lot, but some of our students were not able to be with us tonight. And with technology today, there was no reason they couldn't participate still. So we still have students who are not physically with us tonight who still wanted to participate in our service. So here we have Jacob and Tyler Pincus doing Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi Lefra Kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi Lefra Kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela. Shamor V'Zachor B'Dibor Echad. Hishmiyanu El HaMiuchad. Adonai Echad Ushmo Echad. L'Shemo Tiferet V'Li Tehillah. Lecha Dodi Lefra Kala. Pnei Shabbat Nekabela. Lifra Shabbat Ishuv Nelcha. Ki Mikor HaBracha. Mirosh Mikedem Neshuva. Sof Ma'aseh B'Mashavat Tefillah. Lecha Dodi Lekra Kala. Pnei Shabbat Nekabela. Yamin Yisrael Tifroti. V'i Hashman Tarati. El Yad Ishbayan Parti. V'nis Mecha V'nadila. Lecha Dodi Lefra Kala. Pnei Shabbat Nekabela. Boi V'Shalom Atara Bala. Gam Brina Ubtala. Tohu Minu Amsilu. Boi Chala. Boi Chala. Boi Chala. Lecha Dodi Lefra Kala. Pnei Shabbat Nekabela.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, boys. We continue on page 23 with Psalm 92, led by Brianna Feinberg.
A song for Shabbat is good to acclaim Adonai, to sing your praise exalted high.
To affirm your love each morning and your faithfulness each night, to the music of the lutes and the melody of the harp.
Your works, Adonai, make me glad. I sing with joy your creation.
How vast your works, Adonai, your designs are beyond our grasp.
The thoughtless cannot comprehend, the foolish cannot fathom this.
The wicked may flourish, springing up like grass, but their doom is sealed, for you are supreme forever.
Your enemies, Adonai, your enemies shall perish. All the wicked shall crumble.
But me you have greatly exalted. I am anointed with fragrant oil. I have seen the downfall of my foes. I have heard the despair of my attackers.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They shall grow tall like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They will thrive in the courts of our God.
They shall bear fruit even in old age. They shall be ever fresh and fragrant, to proclaim Adonai is just, my rock in whom there is no flaw. Thank you, Brianna. Bottom of page, where are we? 23, Sadiqa Tamar, led by Leah Bruner.
Sadiqa Tamar Difrach Ke'erez Balanon Yizkeh Shetulim Beveit Adonai Lechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuv B'Seva Desheni Rananim Yihya V'Hagid Ki Yashar Adonai Zuri V'Lo Avlatabo.
Beautiful. Thank you, Leah. All right. We continue our service with a reading that I will be sharing. Hold on. Hey, hey. Okay. The full screen. Back to Zoom. Share screen. All right. This is an English reading. Psalm 93, led by Jenna Butter and Matthew Horwitz.
Adonai is sovereign, proud of his splendor. Adonai raised, robbed in strength. You set the earth on a sure foundation. You created a world that stands firm. Your kingdom stands from earliest time. You are eternal. The rivers may rise and rage. The waters may pound and pulsate. The floods may swirl and storm. Yet above the crash of the sea and its music breakers is Adonai our God supreme. Your decrees, Adonai, your house for eternity.
Thank you. All right. We scroll up a little bit so I can do the Hebrew. Thank you. All right. In the middle of the page. Adonai le'orech yamim. Rabbi Bernie.
Yes. And Mornis Kaddish, those who have your side, please rise and we do the Mornis Kaddish together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Bi alma divra kirute v'yamlik malchute. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye t'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabah v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha berichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiram v'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama rava min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Toda rabah. All right, we continue on page 28 with the Barhu led by Ryan Hind.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Yeah. The time now. Umavir yom umivi laila, umavdil ben yom uvin laila, Adonai Sebaot Shemo. El Chai v'kayam tamidim l'chaleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Ma'ariv Aravim. We continue on page 28 with an English reading led by Jack Goss.
Yeah.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe. Your word bringing the evening dusk. You open with wisdom the gates of dawn. Design the day with wondrous skill. Set out the succession of seasons and arrange the stars in the sky according to your will. Adonai Sevaot, you create day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness away from light. Eternal God, your sovereignty shall forever embrace us. Praised are you, Adonai, for each evening dusk.
Thank you, Jack. And I just realized I was supposed to let Leah Bruna end that Hebrew part, which I'm sure she practiced very hard for. My apologies, Leah, but you are up next, page 29, with Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al ken Adonai Eloheinu Shachvenu u'vekumenu Nasiach bechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu u'bahem negeh yomam v'layla. V'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amam Yisrael.
Beautiful. Oh, yes, beautiful. Thank you, Leah. Ah. All right, we continue with the Shema. Which will be led by our Gan Aleph. I have a recording, so please bear with me. Here we go. All right. This is our kindergarten first grade, our Gan Aleph. I love how they get that duh in there. All right, and we move on to, there you are, our Via Hafta, led by our Bet Gimel class, our second and third graders. They did so well with that. Oh, I'm so proud of them. All right, we continue silently.
Okay, not letting me turn.
I was gonna say, you can move it. We continue on page 31. Vayomer el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'amarta alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdeihem ledorotam v'natnu al tzitzit takanaf b'til techelet v'haya lachem tzitzit oritamoto Uskartem ekol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei nechem asher tamzonim achareihem lema'an tizkeru v'asitem ekol mitzvotav v'yitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'yolechem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Right. We continue with the Micha Mocha. Hold on, I need to this one is back and forth. So hold on a second. Where are we? Okay. Zoom. Share. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, please bear with me. I need my Siddur for this part. Umalchuto bratzun kibu aleihem Moshe b'nei Yisrael v'chan yishira b'simcha rabba v'amru chulam. This is Shayna Butter and Mandy Goss leading us in their camp version of Micha Mocha.
Micha Mocha ba'alim Adonai Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh Nor tehilu osei fele Micha Mocha ba'alim Adonai Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh Nor tehilu osei fele
Back to the Siddur. Malchutecha rovanecha bokayam lifnei Moshe Zeli anu v'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed Minemar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. I now invite Shira Zimmerman, our first high school graduate, to lead us in Vishamru. Oh, wait. Am I on the wrong page? Am I not there yet?
Not yet. We got to do
Oh, my fault. I skipped a part. Not yet. Sorry. Hold on, Shira.
Not yet, Shira. We got to do.
Nope. We are now going to be doing a reading with Callie Robbins and Danny Karras on page 33. You guys are up.
Okay. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again. Our sovereign to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remember the evil forces that surround us.
Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us, over all his people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Thank you, guys. All right. Ushmor Seitenu V'Weinu Achayim L'Shalom Etav Yad Olam Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha Baruch Ata Adonai HaPorez Sukkot Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Mo Yisrael V'Al Yerushalayim. Shira, now you're up.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. ישראל אותי לעולם, כי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עושה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
ביום השביעי
שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
And take us right into the Chatzikata, Shira.
יגדל ויקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
וילמד דברי קראתי וימליך מלכותי, בהיכון וביומי-הון, ובעדו בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ועלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל שמי קודשא ברוך לעילמים כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן.
Toda rabba, Shira, thank you so much. We now continue with the silent Amidah.
I will say it softly for people who wish to follow along in the Hebrew. Join me in the Hebrew quietly. It's also a time where you can say it in Hebrew or English. The Amidah is a time for personal and private prayer, private meditation. So don't forget to include your own personal wishes or prayers that you wish to speak at this time. The Amidah is silent and normally said standing if you choose. Maybe go to the hell much of a man who's ever going to be broken. I'm going to run against our target. I'm not paying him to have a sham. So I'm going to rock him up in some mechanical and to spring. Some coming to us never make a mock about the rope and a dumb. I'm going to meet him. I'm going to show them. I'm going to broken. I'm going to team. I take a dose. I'm going to so broken. I like a dose. I take a dash that you must feel the shim. I take a master shim. I wear to rock to the color. You mean we could have some colors. My name. וכן כתוב בתורתך, ויחלו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם בחללים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויש באברהם ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויברך אלוהים עד יום השביעי, ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת וכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לא לעשות אלוהים ואלוהינו ורוצה ומלכתנו קדשים לנצותיך ותקרא בתורתך. שא בינו בטבעך ובסוף כלי בשבתך ותהי לבינו ובליך באמת לקבלנו אלוהים ביבא ורצון שבת קודשך. ונוכל בישראל הקודשי שמך ברוך אלוהים מקדש השבת. וסדנה אלוהים בעמך ישראל תפילתם וישבות עבודה לביתך. תפילתם ויבאת גבי ורצון ורצון למין עבודה לישראל עמך בתך. זה נוהנה אלה בשבוע לצים רחמים ברוך אלוהי. ומחזה שכנתו לציון מדהים אנחנו לך שתת מעלים ותנו לנו ולצל חיים מגן ישנו וטב לו דור. נודע לך נספתי לך היכן המסורים בידיך וינשמתך עבודות לך וינשך חשוב יום עמנו וינפתח ותורתך שבכל תתר בבוקר וצהריים בטוב כרוח עמך. רם החיים כאילו תמוך שדך, מעולם כי בינו לך, ועל כולם יברך וממשיך מגן תמיד לעולם ובכל החיים ובכל סלוות שמך באמת. אוי ישוע עדיין ברצונותינו, עשה ברוך טוב שמך לכן להודות. שלום רב וישראל לך ועל כל ישוע תבצע סמירם. יהיה טוב מלך אדון לכל השם וטוב בנך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך ברוך אדוני וברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Samantha Kaplan will lead us in the English reading on the left side.
My God, keep my tongue from evil, my lips from lies. Help me ignore those who would slander me. Let me be humble before all. Open my heart to your Torah, that I may pursue your mitzvot. Frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me. Make nothing of their schemes. Act for the sake of your compassion, your power, your holiness, and your Torah. Answer my prayer for the deliverance of your people. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer. May the one who brings peace to his universe bring peace to us and to all the people Israel. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Rabbi.
Why don't we do the Oseh Shalom recorded first? Yep. And then we'll do the healing. How's that? Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Share.
All right. Okay, we have Oseh Shalom, led by Michaela Feinberg.
Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael.
Ve'imru, Amen. Beautiful.
Michaela, that was beautiful. Really, really beautiful. All right, at this time, we're going to pause for a moment and we are going to remember the people who are ill. If you are praying for people who are not feeling very well, as Rabbi Bernie says, when I stop, you may say the name or names of people that you are praying for. And then afterwards, please remute your microphones right away, please. Thank you. Misha Berach Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel B'Leah Yivarech V'Rafei Et.
Rita Rizzo,
Brian Fair,
Judy Benjamin and Jim Noble,
Linda Timmerman, Jeff Bingham,
Steve Cassavant, Steve Veras,
Stephanie Levine,
Xander Klein,
Barry
Comack, Neil Shane.
Oh, Barry Comack, Jeff Schultz.
Devorah Chana Batchaya Rivka, Ann Mortellaro, Ann Rumpf, Angela Vellante, Steve Goldberg, Bernie Gordon.
Jeff Schultz, Donna Claycomb, Reverend Francisco Tolentino, Judge Justin Phillips, and all those who have been injured in Israel and in Gaza as a result of the hostilities.
כל החולים בקהילה הקדושה הקדוש ברוך הוא מלא רחמים עליהם להחזיקם ולרפואתם וישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים ורפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף בתוך שכל ישראל שבתים לזעוק ופור קרבו לבוא אשתק בגלל בזמן קריב ונאמר amen. May God bring blessing and healing to all the folks we've just mentioned, all those we pray for daily on our personal lists, those that we know of, those we don't know of, and as mentioned, those who are suffering from terror at this time in Eretz Israel and everywhere else in the world where people are fighting where they shouldn't be. Those who suffer illness within the congregational family, may the Holy One mercifully restore them to health and to vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being together with people everywhere who may be ill. Mishabeirach Avotenu Mikor habracha aleimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishabeirach imotenu Mikor habracha le'abotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And we're also going to be praying for the state of Israel tonight. I'll ask you to keep mics muted, but you may join me as well. Avinu Shabbat Tzur Yisrael v'goalo barechem medinat Yisrael. Reshit smichat gulateinu. Hagen aleha be'avrat chastecha. Ufros aleha sukat shalomecha. Ushlach chorcha ve'amitcha l'risheha sareha v'yotzeha. V'takne be'etza tova milfanecha. Chazech ididei mignei eretz kodshenu. V'anchilei Eloheinu Yeshua v'yateret nitzachon tatrei. V'natata shalom b'yaretz v'simchat olam. V'simchat olam liyoshveha v'nomar amen. Together in English, Shavinu Shabbat Shamayim, Rock and Redeemer of the people Israel. Bless the state of Israel with its promise of redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And we together say, Amen. As they are dealing with a Shabbat this week, of course, in a week where there has been no peace. Let us be heard. Amen, Selah. Alyssa, we take it back to Vayachulu, and I believe you're recorded. Is that right?
Yes, I have a recording done by Shayna Butter, who is going to do the Vayachulu, and I will take over from there.
V'chul hashamayim v'haaretz v'kol tzavam Elohim bayom hashvi'i melakto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol melakto asher asa vayvarech Elohim at yom hashvi'i v'kadesh otam ki vo shavat mikol melakto asher bara Elohim asa.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim va'aretz, Magen Avot Bidbaro, Mechayim Mitim B'mamaro, Ha'el HaKadosh She'en Kamahu, Hameniach Li'amo, B'yom Shabbat Kadsho, Kivam Ratza Le'aniach Lahem, Kivam Ratza Le'aniach Lahem, Lefanav Nava B'Rava Fachad, V'nodel Ishma B'chol Yom Tamid, Mion Abrachot, El HaHodaot, Adon HaShalom, Mekadesh HaShabbat Umvarech Shvi, Umeniach Bikdusha, Liamdinu Shnei Oneg, Zecher Lema'aseh Bereshit. Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, Ritzeh Menuchatenu, Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha, v'tein chelkenu b'toratecha, Sabenu mituvecha, v'samchenu b'shuatecha, v'taher libenu, li'avdecha be'emet, v'hanchilenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Yahava uvratzon Shabbat Kodshecha, V'yanuchu Yisrael, Mekadeshei Shemecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Shalom.
Got it. Yigadol v'yikadash shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalmadi v'rechurtei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agalav yizman kari v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yesh shmei Rabbah mevarach v'yolam ol me'almaya yiparach v'shabach v'yipar v'shema mitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kudusha.
Barichu.
Leila mikol b'chata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata Damiram bi'alma v'yimeru.
Amen.
Tikabal slot hon v'hon d'chol Yisrael kadam avuhon divishmaya v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yehesh lama rabba mishamaya v'chayim aleni v'el kol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
Asa shalom b'mromav huya asa shalom aleni v'el kol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
Right.
And it's time for Kiddush.
It is time for Kiddush. Let me get him ready.
And for this week, he's not with us, but he is.
Well, he's with us, but he's not.
But he is.
He's always with us.
He's been with us for like 60 weeks in a row, but this week.
All right. So we know you won't all miss him. He's still here, folks. Jacob Pincus leading us in the Kiddush. In the Kiddush. Kiddush.
Kiddush.
Kiddush. Amen.
He did that without the script. He did that. He did that without, he's been doing it every single week here, Friday night almost, and he did that without the Siddur.
Yes, he did.
Nice job. All right, before we forget, we don't like to forget, we're going to count the Omer now, and then we have something very special that will begin in just a moment. I'll be calling upon Adele Labarsky as well to help us out for here. We're going to count the Omer. Last night we counted this one up here that's highlighted. Tonight we're going to count this one. You'll notice there's not a lot of room left here, so we're almost there. So let's read together in the English. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer as it is ordained in the Torah. You shall count from the eve of the second day of Pesach, when an Omer of grain is to be brought as an offering, 7 complete weeks. The day after the 7th week of your counting will make 50 days. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Hayom shmona v'arba'im yom. Shehem shisha shavuot v'shisha yamim la'omer. 48 days, 6 weeks, and 6 days of the Omer. We're almost there, folks. We're getting close. All right, at this time, I'm going to ask everybody to please mute your mics and keep them muted, please, if you would be kind enough to do so. I'm going to call upon Adele to help me with this. But before I do, I want to highlight Shira. Where's Shira? Shira, say hello, Shira.
Hi.
Hi. Shira, I think it was a few years ago, maybe 4, when I came to you and I said, how would you like to be in our Hebrew high school program that we're starting next year? Is that about right? Is that what I asked you?
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 years ago. And what did you say?
Yeah, I think I said yes.
Yeah, I know you said yes.
Yeah.
You said yes. You were one of the first people that answered the call. You said, Hineni or Hineni, I am here. You answered the call. You were the one that gave me the opportunity to begin this process, begin the process of returning to our synagogue, our beloved synagogue, a Hebrew high school. Sadly, this year, unfortunately, this year, as you know, we had a situation called COVID-19. And when COVID-19 hit, it put us into a position where our staff, Mrs. Winokur, Ellen Winokur, and Rabbi Bernie and I were in a position where we could not meet with you folks in person. And so a decision was made when we spoke to you guys, your classmates as well, that you guys really wanted to meet in person. And I felt that that wasn't going to be able to happen because of the virus and whatnot. We said, let's do it in the second half of the year. Well, the second half, we make plans and then God laughs. We figured that we would be out of the temple for 2 weeks on March 13th last year. And here we are. We're about ready to get back and maybe back full time, but it's May of the next year. And Shira, you said yes to me 3 or 4 years ago. And so tonight we say yes to you. So tonight we say you set the example for years and for people to come. And with that, I turn things over now to Adele Labarsky, our president, who has some words to say to you and a presentation. Adele?
Shabbat Shalom, Shara. Hi. Rabbi asked me if I could speak about you, and I said, well, I think I know her a little well, but we're very, very proud of you that you continued in the religious school, high school, and that because I know how busy you are, but I just want to tell you that 5.5 years ago, I was fortunate to address you at your bat mitzvah. And I remember asking my mother to describe you. And she described you as warm, sensitive, and independent young lady. If only she could see you now, she would be so proud of you, as all of us are. Her words were so true. I'm so proud to present you with a certificate of graduation from the Temple Ner Tamid Religious School. and I think I can see it. It says, Temple Ner Tamid, Peabody, Massachusetts. Thank you, Rabbi. This diploma certifies that Shira Zimmerman, Shira Leah Bat Shimon Hillel Vet Alana has completed the requirements for graduation from TNT Hebrew High School in its May 14, 2021, the fourth day of Sivan
81.
81, and it's signed by Rabbi Perlman, Rabbi Bernie, Mrs. Sugarman, the school director, and myself. Your involvement in the Jewish community didn't stop at your bat mitzvah and certainly went beyond our Hebrew high school program. At the time of your bat mitzvah, I had 6 wishes for you: for curiosity and wonder, for friendship and strength, and for laughter and peace. And Shira, those wishes continue for you as you go into the next part of your journey. We're very proud of you. I know that your Jewish involvement will continue when you're at University of New Hampshire. I know that you will make all of us very, very proud. Mazel tov on all of your accomplishments, Shira. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
My words are beginning to rub off on you, Adele. Shira, we are so very proud of you, and words can't say how difficult this is for us. We really wanted to be there in person to present the certificate to you, which will be handed to you this week in person. We wanted to be able to hold your hand and shake your hand. So please accept our congratulations virtually, right? And this rabbi is giving you a big hug, a big hug. Shira, I wanted to ask you if you could say a few words, perhaps of encouragement to the current class and the future class, and tell us a little bit about your experience here through our school. I know I'm not putting you on the spot because I did give you a heads up on that. So Shira, it's all yours. Whoops, let me get you back up here. Let me get you back here. There you go. Take it away.
To start, I would like to take a moment to think about Israel right now. This whole week, Israel has been struck by explosions sent by Gaza and the terrorist group Hamas. After going to Israel a few summers ago, my outlook on Judaism changed. Seeing how beautiful the country is and seeing it now makes my heart melt. I feel sorrow for the innocent Israelis who are now living in bomb shelters to protect their lives. About 3 or 4 years ago, I came home from school one day and my mom told me she signed me up for the Temple Ner Tamid Hebrew High School. At first, I was nervous and didn't know what to expect. I figured worst case, I didn't like it. My thoughts were wrong. I came home from my first class with so much excitement of how much I enjoyed it and benefited from it. This was nothing like Sunday school I remember when I was younger. This was different. Here I felt safe and comfortable and that I could share my thoughts when placed in this new, mature setting. In the few classes I had, we learned a lot about the Torah, the Holocaust, Israel, and more. I'm so grateful for the experience I had here. This week, we begin reading the 4th book of the Old Testament, the book Bamidbar, meaning in the desert, or the book of Numbers. In this book, God commands Moses to take a census of the entire Israelite community. This was done, as it says in its week of the Torah portion, on the first day of the 2nd month of the 2nd year after the Israelites left Egypt. Without getting too political, let's just say all males over the age of 20 were counted, and there was a total of 603,550 across the 12 tribes. For various reasons have been given as to why the census was necessary, from one knowing many men would be responsible for the sanctuary, including caring for, dismantling for, and moving it and its small parts, and participating in rituals, and how much revenue would be received from the 5 shekel donations. Another reason given, since God had commanded Moses on 4 different occasions to count the people of Israel. Once was right after the liberation from Egypt, another time was after they built the golden calf, another to protect them from the spread of a plague, and then here in Bamidbar. This is showing God's love for the Jewish people. Similarly, if you have a collection of gemstones, you'd periodically look at them or admire them. Or if you have a collection of autographed baseballs, Or maybe if you have a lot of money, you would frequently check on it and count it. Another explanation was the Jewish people were going into unfamiliar waters, not knowing what they would encounter. They needed to be prepared for anything. There are a few other midrashim as to why the census was necessary, but the one I was struck by came from Rabbi Samson Raphael Hirsch, a German Orthodox rabbi born in 1808, who along with a few others had a considerable influence on the development of Orthodox Judaism, commonly known as religious Judaism. What Hirsch said was that the mandatory 1/2 shekel payment, which was required from every person on the upkeep of the sanctuary, teaches us that we are counted by doing something for the sanctuary. Then Rashi goes further to say the Jewish people were not being counted just because of God's love for them, but that every Jewish person is a partner in the commandment of Tikkun Olam, caring for, improving, and enhancing the world. God is counting on each of us to do our part. We can make an analogy to our family here at Temple Ner Tamid. The families are counted. We know how many adults we have in various age categories. We pay a fee or due, and many give donations throughout the year. We have a vested interest in the temple succeeding. This also affords Israel the ability to identify individuals who have specific skills or talents, similar to what frequently happens at Temple Ner Tamid. Moses was building an organizational team. Again, the same thing happens here at the temple. In conclusion, our temple needs lots of people with various tools and skills and not just money to succeed. The temple succeeds by having Indians and not all chiefs. Each member has something to do to help with this temple, whether it's manual, spiritual, technical, financial, or networking to someone else who has a particular skill. Just as the success of the Israel rested upon a good plan from God to Moses to the Jewish people to navigate their years through the desert, our temple also succeeds with good leadership and everyone helping, not just paying dues and walking away.
I can't follow you. Oh my goodness. Shira, you are an exactly what we want to be able to send out into the community and the world as a reflection of us. Good luck to you at UNH next year.
Thank you.
We are so proud of you. And Rabbi Bernie and I at this time would like to offer you a very special blessing as you head on out into the real world. Just tell everybody where you came from. We're so proud of you, and I hope you're proud of us as you continue to grow. Rabbi and I will now bless you as you graduate from our Hebrew High at Temple Ner Tamid as our first graduate of the new school. May God
bless you and watch over you. May God shine his face toward you and show you favor. And may God be favorably disposed toward you, and may he grant you peace.
And let us all say, Amen.
Amen. Simon Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simon Tova, Simon Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simon Tova, Yehelanu. Simon Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simon Tova, Simon Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simon Tova, Simon Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simon Tova, Yehelanu. Oh, Yehelanu, Yehelanu. Oh, the Chol Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu. Oh, the Chol Yisrael.
Hope you know we just threw some candy at you. Bring sweetness to your life because you brought sweetness to us, Shira. Yeshakach, Yeshakach, Yeshakach. May you go from strength to strength. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see, Alyssa, who's taking over now for Alina?
Well, I know normally you have the whole congregation.
Yeah, very good both. Not with
But at this point, how about I invite all my students to open their mics to help me with Oleno. So any of my students who have managed to stick it out this long, I know it's getting late, but open your mics and please join me with Oleno, where cares what it sounds like, right?
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. Alenu l'shabeach la'adon hakol la'tekedu la'liotzer breshit shalo asanu kugaye haratzot. Guess nobody's joining me. Belo samanu k'mishpachot adama shalo sam chelkenu kahem v'goralinu kechol hamonam yanachnu korim mishtachavim umodim Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehunot Hashamayim v'yotzer haaretz, Moshe v'yikara b'shamayim ima'al, V'shchinat uzo, v'gavhei meromim, Eloheinu eino yishira, Elokeinu efes ulato, Kakatu v'torato v'yadatayom v'ashevota elavavecha. Hey, ki Adonai hu Elohim
Nimal Yamaretz
I knew you guys were out there.
Hi, why are you still singing?
Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar b'hayadonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo
All right, we'll ask everybody at this time now to please mute your microphones as we will remember the folks this week that we are here to remember for a Yortzeit. There we go. And this week's Yortzeits we remember with love: Samuel Komak, Helen Kudash Ring, Ida Zak, Shavati Kashir, Israel J. Katcher, Sarah Gerschlach, Jenny Greenberg, Marcia Schumann, Sarah Silverman, Anna Madel, Celia Cates, Ida Lipman, Eleanor Sinman, Harry Wartel, David Phillips, Sandra Rappaport, Edisi Sefer, Eleanor Goldberg, and Harry Goodman. Are there any Yortzeits that may not have been announced? At this time, those of you saying Kaddish for a loved one or a Yortzeit, you may open your mics at this time and say the name of the person you're remembering tonight.
Rainey Lehman.
Sierra Gerschlach.
And may the faith that binds us to our loved ones be a continuing source of comfort as we invite those mourning and observing a Yortzeit to now rise and join us as we praise God's name with the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'alma divrach chirutei. V'amlich malchutei. V'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Israel. ba'agala ubizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach la'olam ulamei omaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei d'kudisha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata ushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Amen v'amen. So before we call it down, we'll ask everybody to mute your microphones, and I would like to call upon our school director, Susan Sugarman, to say a few words.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. And I will be brief as it is getting late into the evening. I just want to say how proud I am of our students tonight. And I offer a yasher koach to both Alyssa and to every one of our students who was had the confidence and the courage to take a role in tonight's service. To say this was not an easy year, we all know that. To say that we were still able to accomplish so much, yes, we did. And it's because of the teachers that we have in our school and the bond between our teachers and our students. And I think that you could feel it tonight. You just saw Alyssa, but there's a lot of us behind there, and it took a village this year to make this work. And I just want to thank all the teachers, and the students were just amazing tonight. And I just want you to know that my heart is smiling because of you. And I thank you. And I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom, and see you guys on Sunday.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sugarman. Now it's time for us to call upon our president, Adele Labarsky, for tonight's announcements. Adele?
Rabbi, can I just add one thing?
Sure, of course.
Shara, I want to just wish Shara all the best. I'm just touched by what she said tonight. And I only wish that I had Shara in my class, because she would have loved Sunday school. That's all.
And you would have loved her, that's for sure. Trust me.
Thank you.
She was a gift to us. Adele.
Shabbat Shalom. So I kept my good news until the end of the service, because I knew that my good news was saying yasher koach to Mora Alyssa, to all the kids and to the families for a wonderful, wonderful job. And parents, I thank you so much for sharing your children with us. They are a joy, they are treasures, and they are just unique in every single way. So thank you so much. They worked really hard. They really were involved in the service and everything. And so I think that was just awesome. So thank you very much. Services tomorrow morning are at 9:30. Havdalah tomorrow evening is at 8:44. Sunday, we have our end of the year celebration for our school. And, I know that someone said they had ice cream today at their celebration for Shavuot. So who knows what Temple Ner Tamid will be having on Sunday. But, I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but I bet you can guess what it is.
Don't melt it.
Anyway, so that's at 11 o'clock. And then Sunday evening is Erev Shavuot. And we will have our service at 7 o'clock, at which time we'll be presenting scholarships to our graduating senior. So I am sure that we were all very, very proud of Shara. I know that I have a very personal connection with Shara, and I am extremely proud of her. She has grown to be such a mature young lady. So Shara, I love you. I think you're awesome. Monday morning services are at 9 o'clock. We will be on Zoom with Temple B'nai Abraham. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of it. I've only said it a million times. So that'll be on Zoom. Monday evening is Yiskar. we will have a service in person as well as a Zoom service. I will tell you though that the service on Zoom, you will not see the service on the screen. You will see our two rabbis. And so if you don't have a Siddur, you can download it from our website, and you can also download the Yiska service. So I encourage you to do that. If you are going to the service, you will receive a health survey. You received the health survey today. It must be completed on Sunday before 3 p.m. Second day of Shavuot will be on Zoom at 9 a.m. Tuesday evening, there is not a minyan, but you can do Havdalah on your own at 8:47, I believe. It's late. Don't forget, we are really, Wednesday night, believe it or not, is our general meeting on Zoom. I am hoping it's the last general meeting on Zoom, but you never know. Let's pray. And so if you would like to attend that, you'll need to get a link so that you can go to that meeting. It's really informative that you come and find out about the status of Temple Ner Tamid. We are hoping that we will be opening for in-person services starting next Friday night. Again, the services will be in person and on Zoom. So if you're not comfortable yet coming to the synagogue, you can go on Zoom. I want to remind everybody that as Rabbi has said, we have been taking precautions for 14 months. Today is May 14th. As Rabbi said, on March 13th, 2020 was our first service on Zoom. It's 14 months ago. We have been taking precautions. We are going to take it slowly, just like the Boston Red Sox. 12.5%, now 25%. So we are going to take it slowly. We are also following CDC and Massachusetts guidelines. And I want to remind everybody that the guidelines that are in Massachusetts for churches and houses of worship are different than they are for a restaurant or a venue that has a live performance. We are going by the guidelines set by the governor of Massachusetts and the people who are in charge, and we are going by what it says about churches and houses of worship. So although the CDC said no masks indoors, our governor has not said that yet. So I encourage you to please be cautious, please be careful. We've worked way too hard to spoil things now. And with that, Shabbat Shalom and Mazel Tov to all the kids. They did an awesome job. I love seeing them. I can't wait till next year when they will be in person and we will see those beautiful, beautiful faces. And again, share a Mazel Tov. Shabbat Shalom.
And with that, we say Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much for that and all that information. Shira, Mazel Tov to you as well. And I do look forward to keeping in touch with you. And I want reports. I want to know how things are going in school this year. And, you know, we do have it's a blog that we haven't really got going yet, but it's on the website for our college students to keep in touch with us and to keep us abreast of what's going on in the world of college. So hopefully you'll be the one to spearhead that. It's up there. We'd love to be hearing from you. And I know a person like you, so dedicated and devoted, will help us out with that. When I asked you, would you help us do the Hebrew high school? I know your mother signed you up for it, but you had already said yes. So thank you. And thank you for saying yes. Alyssa?
Yes.
I think it's time for Yigdal.
Is it? All right. Is it just me or are you responding? How are we doing this?
Well, I think you and Rabbi Bernie could do it responsibly.
Ooh,
that would be
all
really
right.
cool.
All right, Rabbi Bernie, you ready?
I am ready. Would you like to start?
Sure. Love to. Thank you so much. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach nimsa v'yenet el metziuto.
Echad v'yen yachid ki yichudo le'lam v'gam ein sof le'yachduto.
Ein lo demut haguf ve'eino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato.
Kadmon l'chol davar asher nirah rishon v'yen reshid le'reshito.
Hino Adon Olam V'chol Notzar Yoreh Gedulato Malchuto.
Shefanavuato netano elan shesigulato b'tifarto.
Lo kam b'Yisrael kemoshe od naviu ma'abit et emunato.
Torah temet natan liamo ela yad neman beito.
Lo ya Khalifa velo ya mirjato li olamim lezulato.
Sofer v'yodeya sitarenu mabit l'sof tava b'kadmato.
Gomel ish chesed kemifalo noten la rashara kerishato.
Yishlach l'keti amin mishichenu liftot mechakeket Yeshuato.
Meti Mechael Baruch Chasto Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilato.
Meitim Yechayel b'rov chasto Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom.
And as we conclude tonight, we say, Oseh Shalom B'Mrama. Uyaseh Shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel v'yimru.
Amen. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And don't
Shabbat
forget,
Shalom.
Shavuot, you know, it's coming up Sunday night. Shavuot, it's not a big deal. It's only the holiday where God gave us the Torah. You know, it's Matan Torah Tanu. Yeah, no big deal. We'll see you all in shul Sunday night. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Have a good night.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Congratulations, Baldy.